Hello, everybody. For those of you who don't know me, I'm from a popular game channel, and today I'm going to be summarizing the entire Five Nights at Freddy's story so far because it is honestly a mess, and it's really confusing if you don't know what you're doing. So let's get right into it. Five Nights at Freddy's takes place in the year 1983. The story follows a troubled young man named Mike Schmidt, who is hired as a night guard for a family pizza restaurant called Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. The catch, he is not the first guard to work the night shift. Before him, there was a guard named Jeremy Fitzgerald who had to quit after only a week due to the mysterious events that took place at night. See, Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was special because the animatronics, which are these robotic animal mascots, they would come to life at night, and for some reason, they would try to kill the night guard. Now, this was because the souls of the children who died at the restaurant were trapped inside the animatronics and they wanted revenge on the man who murdered them, which we will get to later. After hearing this, Mike decides to take the job anyway, and he becomes friends with the day shift manager named Phone Guy, who gives him tips on how to survive the night. But before Mike can even start his first shift, he gets a phone call from an unknown person who warns him about the animatronics and tells him to run away while he still can. Mike doesn't listen, though, and he proceeds to have the worst night of his life. He survives the animatronics, but he is ultimately fired the next day for letting the place get trashed. But the story doesn't end there. Oh no. The following nights become increasingly difficult with new animatronics being added and even more backstory being revealed. For example, did you know that the original Freddy Fazbear's Pizza was built by a man named William Afton, aka the creator of the animatronics? Well, now you do. The story then takes a dark turn when it is revealed that the missing children were actually lured into the back room of the restaurant by an employee named Dave Miller and then stuffed into the animatronics by William Afton himself. The reason for this was because William Afton had made a deal with the devil. He wanted the souls of the children to bring them back to life and make them his new vessel. But this plan backfires when William Afton accidentally gets his soul fused with the machinery, turning him into a decaying corpse that is unable to rest in peace. This is why we see him throughout the games as a shadowy figure known as the Puppet Master. The remaining games then focus on the various attempts to capture his soul and send him to hell where he belongs. But I won't spoil how or why because that would take way too long. Just know that a lot of people die and it gets real confusing. So yeah, that is the story of Five Nights at Freddy's in a nutshell. Honestly, it is one of the most convoluted stories I've ever seen, but it is also really interesting if you think about it. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys next time.